Hello everyone and welcome to Joy's Kitchen. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well. I truly do. Well, today is Friday. Happy Friday everybody. It is the weekend, the start of the weekend. And I'm here with y'all after 5 o'clock p.m. So I come to y'all. Hey, before I get started in that, let me welcome my new subscribers. New subscribers, welcome to Joy's Kitchen. Thank you so much for choosing to subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, go ahead and take the time to subscribe. And be sure to tap that notification bell so every time I upload a video or whatever it is I'm uploading, you want to be notified. Okay, so today I got a little quick recipe for you again, okay? I'm doing chicken and mixed vegetables and rice for dinner right quick before we get ready and leave. So I'm going to do this my way of doing honey, butter, and garlic chicken. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all my chicken has been clean. I got it in this bowl here and I'm getting ready to pat it dry, okay? And then we're going to go into seasoning the chicken and then frying it, okay? So honey, butter, honey, butter, garlic chicken is today's recipe, okay? So here's my honey, butter, and garlic. Well, it's not my honey, butter, and garlic chicken yet. It's just my chicken, and I'm using just chicken wings, okay? And they've been cleaned. And my little vinegar and baking soda and lemon solution and water. So I'm gonna take, because we're just gonna be using the drummet and the winged part right here, okay? Just this part and this part, and I'm gonna chop off the tip. I don't need that, but for those of you that like to save your tips for like soups or stews or something like that right there, because you can boil these tips, believe it or not. Well, you know, you can boil these tips and and make a broth. That's what I'm trying to say. I have a nice broth, okay? So that's going back in there because we're going to throw it. Well, I don't need to go back in now. Let me take this out. So you're going to need a sharp knife. I need to get me one of those. This knife is pretty sharp, but I need to get me one of those big butcher knives. Let's see, can I find one? Like, you know, like you just can hack the chicken with a big knife, and then you know it's got the little square part right up here. It's square like this right here, and you just can hack the chicken. You'll hurt somebody too, but we ain't trying to do that. I just want to cut whatever it is I'm cutting. Thanks, baby. So you cut the chicken right in the joint there. And we're going to drain off a little bit more of this water here. Be careful not to cut your hand, y'all, especially if you're dealing with a sharp knife, you know. You don't want to cut yourself. Oh God, no. Okay, this is the last of the chicken right here. So let's go on and get through with this, cutting this chicken up. Okay, so we're gonna pat it dry, and then because it's got some water still to the bottom of it, so I want to drain that water and then pat it dry, and then we're gonna begin to season the chicken. Okay, let me get a little bit more paper towel. And we're just gonna blot it dry like this. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of oil. You use whatever oil you have on hand. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. Just put a little bit on, sprinkle a little bit on my chicken. We're gonna go off here with some black pepper. Now I won't be using kosher salt for this recipe because normally, like, I use my salt, but I won't use it today because I'm using this chicken flavor bouillon and it has salt in it, and I'm using chicken season and it has salt in it. So you guys can season. I'm using onion powder, chicken pollo, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and I'm using chicken season. So you guys will need chicken season, black pepper, onion and garlic powder, and chicken pollo. That's it. That's all we're working with today. You're gonna have yourself some mighty fine chicken. Some good ass chicken. Okay, so that was the we're gonna use onion powder and garlic powder and black pepper. Now since this don't have a little top to it that I can sprinkle it on, I'm gonna have to dig in here with my hand and just spread it on my chicken like so. Just like this. Then I'm using my chicken season. Okay, that's enough of that. Then we're gonna go in with our hands. And we're gonna give it a good toss. And feel free when you're doing this, use some Sazon, okay? I got some up there, but I'm not going to use it today. But you can use Sazon. If you use Sazon, use it. I'm not going to use it today because Sazon has salt. This chicken bouillon has salt. This chicken seasoning has salt. So that's enough salt for us. I'm kind of pushing back, y'all, on my salt intake. Not that there's nothing wrong. I'm just trying to push back a little bit on that salt. You understand what I'm saying? So when I use kosher salt, I'll just probably use one of these instead of a whole lot of these like I've been using it with the salt intake. Okay, so we're gonna get over here where we can get started. And I got my well, it's not on yet. Let me turn it on. So I got my pan on high. Now I'm not gonna add any flour to this. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm not gonna add any flour to this. I'm gonna leave the chicken just like it is, okay? So we're gonna put some olive oil in here. Now I'm not frying this with grease, okay? And if you have fresh garlic, I'll tell you to take about 5, 6, I'll say 6 garlic cloves. 6 fresh garlic cloves and chop them up real fine. Okay, for this recipe you'll need fresh garlic cloves. But I didn't have any fresh garlic cloves. So it's okay if you don't have fresh garlic cloves, you can use what you have. I'm using this minced garlic. And for the honey, because we're doing honey butter chicken, so you're gonna need honey butter chicken with garlic, so you're gonna need some minced garlic or fresh garlic. I have my honey here and my 2 sticks of butter, okay? So we season that. Let's get our butter in there. And I'm gonna put this, a little bit of half of the stick right here, sit right on up in there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So we're gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait for this to get good and hot. I'm gonna turn the camera off and then I'll turn it back on when I get ready to put it back in, okay? So we're gonna do these in batches until they're done, okay? Okay, that's the last wing it. And then all I have, the second batch will be, well, here's one more. So I gotta make room for more. The second batch will be the drumettes. Okay, so we're just gonna let this brown on one side, and then I'm gonna give it about 5, 6 minutes, and just let it brown on that side before I touch it. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna let it brown on that side for about 6 minutes. Then I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna let it brown on the other side for about 6 minutes. But I'm gonna make sure that the chicken is done because we want it done before it goes into the sauce. Okay. And I have my cooling rack over here. So after the chicken get done, we just gonna rest it on that rack right there. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go on and cut this off. I'm gonna go on and let it cook, and then when I get ready to take this out, I'll come back and you'll see me put the second batch in, and then I'm gonna cut it off, and then I won't come back until I'm ready to do the sauce after I get all the chicken fried. So we just season the chicken, we clean the chicken, we season it, we pat the chicken dry, and we season the chicken, okay? Sprinkle with our olive oil or whatever oil you're using. Season your chicken, and then we're gonna put it in naked, okay? With the season on. No flour or nothing. Just like that. Alright? So I'll see y'all back here in a few. Okay, y'all. We got our pan all rinsed out. Our chicken all done. So I'm gonna put my room temperature butter right in here, 2 sticks, and I'm gonna let that melt. We'll make it. So I'm gonna turn this on high where this butter can go on and melt. When this butter melts, we're gonna go and add in our minced garlic here. Okay, we're going to take our minced garlic here, and we're going to add in 1 tablespoon, 2 heaping tablespoons of minced garlic. Okay, we just want to stir that in. Okay, you're going to add in 1/3 cup of honey. One-third cup of honey. Okay, you want to mix this in. And we're going to add back in our chicken. Now if you want to add in more honey, you can. Get this chicken back in here. And we're going to, sorry about that, y'all. Let me get another spoon. Okay, and then we're gonna toss the chicken to coat. Okay. I'm gonna cut it down. So once we toss the chicken to coat, this honey and butter and garlic, you're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes. And it's done, y'all. So you just want to make sure that chicken is well, all the chicken is well coated in this honey and butter. If you want more honey and butter, you can add another stick in here. And another 1/3 cup of honey. Okay. Or you just can simply just take it, mix it like this. Okay. Honey, butter, and garlic chicken, and we're going to let this simmer. So I'm going to let this simmer. I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes, and I'm going to cover it up, and that's going to be it, y'all. That's all it is to it. So I see you guys back to show you what it's going to look like plated up.